Hey there, this is Lula West Lux, and today's video is going to be a classic what's in my bag, but with a little bit of a twist. I recently went on a family vacation to Walt Disney World in Florida. We had such a great time. We had an absolute blast. So today I'm going to show you what's in my bag specifically for my trip to Walt Disney World, both through the airport and into the parks. So I'm going to show you my bag that I carried, why I chose this bag, and what items I recommend if you have a trip to Walt Disney World that you should bring with you. So first, let's start out with the bag. This is from Louis Vuitton. This is the Speedy Bandouliere 30. I absolutely love this bag for travel. It's really big and roomy. You can see how wide it is. You can fit a lot in here. I also love that it's unstructured, so as you can see, you can really squish it down. If you need to pack this in your suitcase, you can fold it flat and pack it and then unpack it. It's lightweight, it's durable. This is a coated canvas, so it is very durable. The leather is also a treated leather, so if this bag gets wet, it's perfectly fine. Just use a dry cloth to wipe off the water whenever you get a chance, and your bag will be just fine. This is a really great travel bag. And of course, I love this one from Louis Vuitton. This is the version that I own, but this is just your classic Boston bag. So you can get this style of bag from whatever brand you prefer. One of the things I also love about this one from Louis Vuitton, the Speedy Bandouliere 30, is that the crossbody strap comes in 3 sections. So you see 2 buckles in the middle. You can take out the middle extender version or the middle extender piece, and you can wear this as a shoulder bag. You can put the middle piece in and wear it crossbody. You can carry it by top handle. So I really love that no matter how I need to carry this bag, as I'm going through the airports, in the parks, etc., I have a lot of versatility here. So this is the bag that I chose to bring with me on vacation. And here's everything I packed in my bag. I always use a bag organizer, especially when I'm traveling, because I need to get in and out of my bag. I need to know where items are. I can't just throw things in my bag loose. This organizer that I'm using is from the brand Zumoni, and I work with them as an affiliate, but I absolutely love their organizers. Back when I first started buying designer bags, I bought really cheap organizers off of Amazon and Etsy. Since then, since discovering Zumoni, I have gotten rid of all of my cheap old organizers, and I have started replacing them with these from Zumoni. This is in felt, but they do also make organizers in silk. I have a few of their silk ones, and they are so nice. I really, really love the new silk organizers. And I also love that they come in 2 different thicknesses. This is the thinner 1.2 millimeter. You can also get the thicker 2 millimeter. That will give your bags a little bit more structure. I prefer the 1.2 millimeter, especially for bags like my Speedy, because it's more lightweight. So when I'm traveling, this organizer really doesn't add any weight to the bag. So as I said, this is from Zumoni. I do want to mention they are doing a special promotion right now through December 2nd. You can use my code LulaWestLux30 for 30% off your order at Zumoni.com. 30% is the highest discount they offer. So if you're thinking about getting anything from Zumoni, definitely take advantage of that. And that's valid until December 2nd, 2024. So take advantage of that if you're looking for anything. Let's get into what's in my bag now. Let's start with my items, and then I'll get into the things that I carried for my kids and traveling specifically. Of course, I had to bring a wallet. This is from Saint Laurent, and this is a compact wallet with a snap opening. And then we have the compartment in the back. I keep extra cards in the coin purse compartment. And of course, there is a billfold in the middle. This is one thing I would change out. I brought the larger compact wallet, but I really did not need this. If I had to do this again, I would downsize from the compact wallet to a card holder. This is one, again, from YSL that I love. It's a little bit larger. It has all the card slots here. There's a zipper in the back plus a flap here. This would have held everything I needed for the trip, and I could have done without this larger, bulkier wallet. So this is what I would recommend. And one thing I also recommend for Disney, this is the magic band that I used. Get a magic band. I think I paid $25 for this one. So it's not super expensive, but it made the trip so much easier. We used the magic bands to get in and out of our room, to unlock our room door. We did stay at the Disney resorts. We used this to get in and out of the parks. We used this to get on rides, to use our lightning passes at the parks. We used this for the dining plan, to pay for things at the gift shops. I did hook up my credit card to this so my husband and I could use this to pay for things. So really, when we were at the resort, I didn't even use my wallet at all. I used this. And oh, the one thing I also want to mention is this band on it. When we were in the parks, we noticed that it was easy for these prongs to come out and for the watch to fall off. So we used these little plastic bands to secure the watch on our wrists so they wouldn't pop off. If you slide it all the way to the top on the side that has the prongs, and then you put it around your wrist, you can just slide this band down over both sections of the strap. And then if it did ever pop off, it wouldn't fall off your wrist. So I would highly recommend that if you're planning on using a magic band. So that's the magic band and the wallet. Of course, I did bring my keys. This is the Louis Vuitton 6 key holder. I didn't use this at all on the trip, but did need it to get in and out of our car and our house, leaving and coming back. So those were my keys. I also brought my mini pochette accessoire. And of course, this is in the damier bean, matching my bag. I use this all the time. This is my favorite catch-all, especially for traveling, because I can fit a lot in here and I'm not fishing around my bag for these small items. So let me show you what's in here. Starting out, I have a hand cream. Definitely essential, especially because on the plane and the parks, we were washing our hands a lot. And when we didn't have sinks readily available, we used hand sanitizer, which is very drying. So this was really great. This is the Burt's Bees one. I also really love the 1 ounce tubes that look like this from L'Occitane. So definitely a hand cream. This is my concealer that I use for on the go. It's the Maybelline Magic Eraser. I use color 121. This is a great drugstore concealer, and I really like the applicator tip on the end when I'm applying this on the go. So I carried that with me. I also brought a couple lip products. This is the Dior Lip Glow. This is one that I prefer to use for myself. This is in color 12 Rosewood. I also bring a plain Nivea lip balm, and this is just one that I carry with me because it has an SPF in it. So I like this for my kids to use with them, especially for the SPF. And then I do bring eye drops. Occasionally I'll get dry eyes, so these are the over-the-counter eye drops that I like to use. It's the Sustain Complete. And then finally, I have a mascara. This is the Clinique High Impact Mascara. This is one of my absolute favorite mascaras. I just love the way it applies and it makes my lashes look great. I also love Clinique because it's an affordable brand. So this is their high impact mascara. I love this. This is a sample size of the mascara, but I also use the full size at home as well. And of course, last but not least, we have a nail file and hair ties. I have one in here for now, but I did have this filled up on my trip for myself and my daughter. I don't have to tell you, Florida is hot and it's humid. Even when we were there in November, the temperatures easily reached the high 80s and even into the low 90s when we were there, and that was in November. So it's really essential to have a hair tie if you have longer hair and keep a few on you. So that's everything in my mini pochette. I have a few other items that I didn't keep in my mini pochette just because I wanted them readily available where I could just reach in my bag and pull it out, which is why I love all these side pockets around this bag organizer. So first in here, I have wipes. I have these individual wet wipes, the wet ones. Obviously, if you have kids, I don't need to tell you, you have wet wipes on you. I should have mentioned earlier, my kids are ages 4 and 6, so I don't have any kids items for babies. Like, I don't have to worry about diapers, outfit changes. I don't need anything for sleeping. My kids didn't nap while we were there. I don't need any special feeding supplies. So these are all things that I packed for slightly older kids. They're pretty self-sufficient at that age. So I brought wet ones. No matter how old your kids are, you'll need wet wipes. I also brought packs of SPF with me. I love this one. This is the Blue Lizard Baby. So this is really great for kids' skin. It doesn't have any harmful ingredients in it. This has just the zinc oxide and the titanium dioxide. So I really love this for my kids. I brought a couple sample packs just to reapply at the parks in case we needed it throughout the day. I also brought my own sunscreen. I love the Biore UV Aqua Rich. This is a really great sunscreen. This is the SPF 50. I love this for my face. I looked for a really great facial sunscreen for a long time, and this is the one that I settled on. It applies really nicely to the skin. It gives you great coverage, and it works really well under makeup as well. So, and there's no white cast. So this is the sunscreen that I packed for myself. Absolutely love the Biore UV Aqua Rich. Highly, highly recommend this if you're looking for a good facial sunscreen, especially one that you'd like to wear under makeup. So those are a few of the smaller packs I brought. I did also bring a large pack of wet wipes that I used as well, and tissues. Always have tissues and wet wipes with you. I used these every single day in the airport and in the parks. Finally, also for kids, this goes without saying, snacks. We use these applesauce pouches a lot just because they're so good to eat on the go and they don't make a mess. Finally, also a claw clip. Goes the same as the hair ties I had before. I always have a claw clip with me. I have a few more items in here that I wanted to keep handy. I have another lotion as well as a hand sanitizer and a Tide to Go. If there's one thing I would say you could probably leave out, it would be the Tide stick. I used this mostly for myself. You know, obviously kids are going to get dirty. I wouldn't worry about trying to use a Tide stick on your kids while they're at the park. So if you wanted to leave anything out, I would say this is probably one thing I would take out. And then over here on this side of the bag, I also have this Dior mirror. So this is just a, where's the opening? Here we go. This is just a regular compact mirror. Some gum as well for the plane. For the plane, I also packed ring pops for my kids, especially my son. He's 4 years old. He's too young to chew gum, and the ring pops for the plane were absolutely perfect. Lollipops like Dum-Dums are too small, so my son will just chew on them and he won't suck on the lollipop, which helps unpop his ears. But the ring pops were perfect because he had to suck on it. Also, you wear it on your fingers, so he didn't drop it, which sometimes he'll drop a regular lollipop. So I highly recommend, in addition to gum, packing ring pops as well. That worked like a charm with my kids. And then finally, the last two items. This is my number one right here. I have a small first aid kit, Band-Aids, alcohol wipes, gauze. I don't have any medicine in here right now, but you can also pack a small baggie with any medicines, whether over the counter or prescription. So always have a small first aid kit on you. And this was my number one item on the trip. It's a power bank. I love this one. First of all, it's purple, but it has a double cord here. So one end is a lightning charger for iPhones, and this end is a USB-C. My husband's phone uses the lightning charger. My phone uses the USB-C charger, and this was great because I could plug in either one and I could have either connection, whichever one we needed if my husband or myself needed to charge our phones. And let's see, what end does that plug into? And of course, it has a really handy cord when you have them plugged in, and it comes with this case. This power bank was great. It charged very fast, and it charged my phone very fast as well. It was also really affordable. I got this one, I think, off of Amazon, and it was around like $20 or $30. So definitely bring a power bank with you for your cell phone. I don't typically use this, but I used it every single day in the parks. I was taking a lot of photos and a lot of videos, plus I was using the Disney app for things like checking the wait times on rides. So my phone battery drained by the afternoon. I used this every single day, and I was so glad to have a power bank. So I would highly recommend this. Even if you don't typically use a power bank for your phone, bring one to Disney. You will absolutely need this. I wanted to also mention, one of the great things I love about the Speedy 30 is it's big enough to fit my kid's tablet. This is the Amazon Fire tablet, and you can see it has a really thick, chunky case on it. And I brought this with me in my bag to the airport just to make sure he had it, because obviously in the airport, there's a lot of waiting, and for a 4-year-old, even adults, it can be difficult to wait so long at the airport. So I loved this. It fits in the organizer. It also fits nicely in between the outside of the organizer and the inside of the bag. So here's everything inside my Speedy 30. You can see everything's filled up. It fits really nicely. I can also fit my son's tablet in between the bag and the organizer. It slips in there really nicely, and there's still plenty of room in this bag. I could also fit my sunglasses in a case on the top of the bag, or I could roll up a change of clothes for my kids. So this is a really great travel bag. And really quickly, I wanted to mention again, if you're interested in getting a bag organizer, I recommend Zumoni. I am an affiliate with them, and you can use my coupon code LulaWest30 for 30% off your purchase. That code is valid until December 2nd, 2024. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about traveling to Disney or what to pack, leave those in the comments section and I will be very happy to answer. As always, I'll leave another video up here for you to watch next, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.